Buckle up, everyone, because we're diving into the future, and it's all about how we learn at work. Training, but not the old boring kind. We're talking AI-powered stuff that makes those old training manuals look like something from a museum. By the end of this deep dive, you'll be in the know about how this AI training revolution is changing everything about how we grow in our careers.
Yeah, it's not science fiction anymore. It's happening now. Companies are already using AI to revamp their training programs, and it's making a huge difference in how employees learn and build their skills.
Okay, so let's be honest. We've all been through those trainings that feel like torture. Stuck in a room, fighting to stay awake, while someone drones on about stuff you'll probably never actually use.
Right. The biggest issue with the old school way is it's like one size fits all. Doesn't matter if you learn best by doing or by listening. It's the same for everyone, and honestly, how much of that stuff do you really remember afterward?
Not much, I'll be honest. Out the door and it's gone. Poof. Deleted. Feels like a waste of time and energy?
Definitely not just you. Studies show folks forget something like 70% of what they learned from those traditional trainings within a day. That's a huge issue. It's inefficient, it costs companies a ton, and it's just not effective.
So is AI like the hero here? Rescuing us from boring training?
You could say that.
Hmm.
AI brings a totally different way of learning,
Yeah.
personalized, engaging, and it actually works. One of the key things is adaptive learning.
Okay, adaptive learning. What's that in plain English?
Think Netflix, but instead of movies, it's your training.
Mm.
AI looks at how you interact with the material, figures out what you're having trouble with, and then changes the content, the pace, even the type of activities to help you learn better. Studies show this can boost how much you remember by like 40% compared to the old ways.
Whoa. So I learn better and I actually remember it longer. Sign me up. No more cramming and forgetting. What kind of AI tools are we talking here, though? Is there a robot tutor following me around?
Well, not a robot exactly,
Yeah.
but AI is bringing some cool tools to the table. One of the most popular is the AI chatbot.
Like those things that help me order food online. Can those really teach me complex stuff?
These are a different breed. Think of them as virtual tutors, available 24/7 to answer your questions, explain things, and walk you through the training. Imagine you're stuck on something at work late at night. Instead of emailing your boss or searching through tons of documents, you just ask the chatbot for help.
I can see how that would be a lifesaver, like having an expert on call anytime you need them. What other tools are in this AI toolkit?
Simulations are another big one.
Like those flight simulators for pilots, but for learning anything.
You got it. These AI simulations create these crazy realistic environments for learning any skill you can imagine. From doing surgery to handling a crazy rush at a store, you practice in a safe environment where mistakes don't have real-world consequences.
So like a surgeon can practice without actually operating on someone, and someone working in a store can get ready for the holiday rush without real, live, stressed out shoppers.
Exactly. AI simulations let you learn by doing, make mistakes, experiment, and get better without any real risk.
Okay, so we've got personalized learning, chatbots as tutors, and these super realistic simulations. It's like AI is totally changing how we learn. But is this just about getting better at our current jobs? Or can AI help us get ready for the future of work too?
That's where it gets really interesting. AI isn't just about training for today, it's about preparing for tomorrow.
So you're saying it can predict the future of work. And tell me what skills I need to stay ahead of the curve.
Maybe not predicting the future exactly, but AI can look at tons of data to see what jobs are going to be in demand and what skills you'll need.
So it's like having a career advisor with superpowers.
That's a good way to put it. These AI-powered tools are changing the game. They can look at your skills, your goals, and what's happening in different industries to give you a personalized roadmap for your career.
Less like training and more like a personalized career guide powered by AI. Sounds pretty amazing. Who's actually using this stuff, though? Is this only happening at super futuristic companies?
You'd be surprised. AI-powered training is being used by companies all over the place, from tech giants to those big retail companies. IBM, for example, is using its AI platform Watson to personalize the learning experience for their employees.
IBM. Wow, that's impressive. What's their approach?
What's cool is they don't just focus on your current job, they look at your future goals within the company and the skills you'll need for upcoming projects. It's all about helping you grow within the company.
So they're not just training you for today, they're preparing you for your future career at IBM. Smart move. Any other examples?
Google's another one. They built this AI-powered tool that helps employees explore different career paths within the company. And then it gives them personalized resources to help them reach their goals.
Okay, so IBM and Google, two of the biggest tech companies out there, are all in on this. What about other industries, though? Anything that might resonate with our listeners who aren't in the tech world?
Absolutely. Even retail giants like Walmart are embracing AI-powered training. Remember those simulations we talked about? Walmart's using them to train their employees on how to handle those huge Black Friday crowds.
Whoa, taking simulations to a whole new level. I bet that's super helpful for retail workers, especially on those crazy shopping days. So it's clear this is happening everywhere. It's not just a futuristic concept anymore.
Right, and as AI keeps getting better, we're going to see even more creative and impactful ways it's being used in workplace training. It's an exciting time to be watching this all unfold.
This has been mind-blowing. We've gone from boring, old-school training to these incredible possibilities with AI. This tech has the potential to totally change how we learn and grow.
And we're just getting started. In the next part, we're going to take a closer look at the specific AI tech that's making all of this happen.
Can't wait. This is just getting more and more interesting. Back again for more AI training talk.
My mind's still buzzing from everything we talked about in the first part. It's crazy to think AI can personalize how we learn, create those simulations, and even map out our careers.
It is amazing, isn't it? And we're just scratching the surface. So in this part, let's look closer at the actual AI tech that's making it all happen.
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Can we break down some of the key AI tools driving this revolution?
One of the big players is natural language processing, or NLP.
NLP, yeah, that sounds familiar. Isn't that what powers those AI chatbots we talked about?
Exactly. NLP is how AI systems understand, interpret, and even generate human language. It's what makes those chatbot conversations feel so natural.
So when I'm asking a chatbot about a training topic, it's NLP that makes it feel like I'm talking to a real person. You got it. NLP helps the chatbot get your questions, give you the right answers, and even change its responses based on how you're talking and learning. It can even analyze your words to figure out how well you understand something and tailor the conversation accordingly.
That's wild. Like having a conversation with someone who really gets you. What other AI tech is shaving things up?
Machine learning, or ML, is another big one.
Machine learning. I hear that term everywhere, but honestly, I'm not totally sure what it means.
Is this like robots taking over the world stuff?
Haha, no, not quite. Basically, machine learning is a type of AI that lets computers learn from data without someone programming every little detail. It's about giving computers the ability to see patterns, make predictions, and improve over time based on the data they're exposed to.
Okay, that makes more sense. So how does that fit into training?
Well, machine learning is what makes those personalized learning experiences possible. By looking at tons of data from learners, machine learning algorithms can figure out your strengths, weaknesses, and how you learn best. So it's like a personal trainer for your brain, analyzing your performance and tailoring your workout to meet your learning goals.
Perfect analogy. Machine learning helps create those customized learning paths that focus on your individual needs and goals, making the learning process as efficient and effective as possible.
Okay, NLP and ML are game changers for sure. Any other AI tech we should have on our radar?
Computer vision is another one that's gaining traction.
Computer vision. That sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. What is that exactly?
Computer vision is AI that lets computers see and understand images and videos just like we do. It's used in a bunch of things, from self-driving cars to facial recognition.
I get that, but how does that apply to training?
Imagine a training simulation where you're learning to put together a complex piece of equipment. With computer vision, the system can track your hand movements, analyze your technique, and give you feedback in real time.
So it's like having an AI instructor right there with you, watching every move and giving you personalized guidance.
Exactly. Computer vision allows for a much more detailed look at your skills, which leads to more targeted and effective training.
Okay, I'm totally convinced AI is revolutionizing how we train, but I'm curious, what are some of the biggest challenges and opportunities you see coming up?
That's a great question. One of the biggest challenges is making sure this type of training is accessible to everyone. No matter their tech skills or background, we need to make these tools easy to use so everyone can benefit.
Yeah, I can see that being a hurdle. AI can seem intimidating if you're not familiar with it. What about the opportunities, though? What are some of the exciting things you see happening with AI-powered training in the future?
One area with huge potential is using AI to personalize learning at a massive scale. As AI keeps getting smarter, we'll be able to create super individualized learning experiences for tons of people at the same time.
So no more one-size-fits-all programs. Everyone gets their own learning journey tailored to their needs and goals. That would be incredible.
It's a vision worth working towards. AI could revolutionize how we educate and train people. But as with any powerful technology, there are things we need to consider as we move forward.
Absolutely. What are some of those considerations? What should we be thinking about as we bring AI into our training programs?
One thing is making sure the data used to train these AI algorithms is diverse and represents everyone. This is key to minimizing bias and making sure AI training is fair and equitable for all.
That makes sense. We don't want AI to just continue existing biases or create new ones. What else should we be keeping in mind?
Transparency is crucial. Learners should know how AI is being used in their training and how their data is being handled.
So it's not just about having these cool AI tools, it's about using them responsibly and ethically.
Definitely, we need to be careful and thoughtful about how we implement AI in training. It's a powerful tool that can transform how we learn, but we need to use it wisely.
This has been an eye-opener for sure. I'm seeing the power of AI in training in a whole new light, but I'm also realizing there are some big questions we need to answer as we go.
Exactly. In the last part of our deep dive, we'll look at some practical ways to bring AI-powered training into your own organization.
Hmm.
And we'll talk about how to handle the challenges and opportunities that come with using this tech in your learning programs.
I can't wait to hear more about that. This is getting more and more interesting all the time. Okay, we're back and ready to get down to business. We've talked about what AI training is and why it matters, but now I'm thinking, okay, this is awesome, but how do I actually make this happen at my company? Where do we even start?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And you don't need to be some tech genius to figure it out. The first step is actually pretty simple. Figure out what you want to achieve. What are your goals for AI-powered training?
So before we get into the fancy algorithms and platforms, we take a step back and think about what we're trying to accomplish.
Right. Are you trying to improve how new employees get up to speed, maybe boost sales numbers,
Yeah.
or help people learn some specific tech skills? Once you know what you want to achieve, then you can start looking at AI solutions that'll help you get there.
It's like planning a road trip, right? You wouldn't just hit the road without knowing where you're going. Figure out your destination, and then AI can be your GPS. Okay, so what's next?
Next, take a look at your current training programs. See where AI could make the biggest difference.
So find the weak spots where things aren't really working as well as they could.
Exactly. Are people forgetting stuff they learned in those old school trainings? Are your materials outdated? Is personalization something you want but haven't been able to do? These are all areas where AI can really shine.
Gotcha. So it's not about throwing everything out and starting over. It's about using AI to make what you're already doing even better. Okay, so goals are set. We know where AI fits in. Now, do we just go online and buy the first AI training platform we see?
Hold your horses. You need to choose the right AI tools for your specific needs and your budget.
Makes sense. There are tons of options out there. It's like going to a huge electronics store and being overwhelmed by all the choices.
Exactly. So do your research. Look past the marketing and really understand what each platform offers. Think about things like the features, how easy it is to use, whether it integrates with your other systems, and of course the cost.
Find the tool that fits the job. The most expensive, flashiest option isn't always the best. So once we've picked our AI tools, then what?
Then it's time to create a plan for actually implementing them.
Time to get organized. What does that kind of plan involve?
You need clear timelines for rolling it out. How are you going to introduce these tools to your employees? What kind of training and support will they need? You also need to communicate clearly with everyone throughout the process.
Sounds like change management is a big part of this. You've got to get your employees and trainers comfortable with this whole new approach.
Absolutely. Moving to AI-powered training is a journey. You need to bring everyone along and make sure they have what they need to succeed.
This is where those human trainers we talked about come in, right? They'll be key in helping everyone adjust to this new way of learning.
Exactly. Trainers need training too. They need to know how to use these new AI tools and how to incorporate them into their teaching. It's a whole new set of skills.
Okay, so goals, tools, plan people, anything else?
Don't forget the data. AI systems need data to work. You need a good plan for collecting, storing, and using data ethically and effectively.
We talked about the ethics of AI, so I get why that's super important. We want to use this tech responsibly and make sure we're protecting people's privacy.
Absolutely. Be transparent with your learners. They should know how their data is being used. And this isn't a set it and forget it situation. You need to keep evaluating and improving your AI-powered training programs.
Always looking at the data, getting feedback, making tweaks to make sure they're working the way they should.
You got it. It's an ongoing process of learning and adapting. And that goes for both the tech and the people using it.
Wow, this has been such a fascinating deep dive. Thanks for walking us through all of this.
My pleasure.
So, as we wrap up, any parting words of wisdom for our listeners? Any advice for those who are ready to embrace the AI training revolution?
Be open to change, but remember the human element. AI can personalize things, but it's the human connection, the mentorship, the shared experience. That makes learning truly impactful and meaningful.
It's all about finding that sweet spot between tech and human connection. Well, that's about all the time we have for today. We've covered a lot of ground from the basics of AI-powered training to the practical steps for bringing it into your organization. We hope this has been helpful and inspiring. Remember, the future of learning is here and it's powered by AI. So embrace the possibilities and get ready for a whole new world of learning. Thanks for joining us on this exciting journey.